Oh no.
Or nor.
What did I do? Ah.
Like
wait, you can do this. Ready? You can put it oat milk. That's the oat milk I wanted to buy. Mom to buy me earlier.
It's like the lady that made herself a potato and she couldn't figure out how to change it.
Hey, you can see me. All right, that's good. Sorry, guys. No, it was the professor. Ah!
It's still. Oh, wait.
It's not the
like,
green screen. Ah!
Jesus. Welcome to Below Dexperts, where we have our shit together.
Sorry. I have pants on too. Okay. Can you guys see me?
I'll move, just make it evenly.
Oh my god, I didn't want you to see my legs.
Just tilt it up.
It's okay, whatever. Lane's just gonna have to scoot over.
Absolutely not.
Oh my god. Is this the best way we can do this? We're on my phone, guys, if you're watching this, and I'm really frustrated. My computer wasn't working. So that's why the angle's not very good. Let me see here. I'm gonna try something. I'm just gonna put it on the ground. Tell me if that's better.
That's better, but you can't see Lane at all. You gotta move the camera.
Hello? Hello?
There you go.
Well, you two are gonna have to act like you like each other if you want to be in there, because that's all we got. Hi, guys. I hate being on my phone. I hate this. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Hi. Yeah, I guess we're really far away now, but it's whatever. You guys have the computer up. What's up? Anybody in the chat yet?
Yeah, there's 7.
Okay. Hi, guys. Sorry, technical difficulties. My computer wasn't working. We're on my phone, so I can't see comments. But we have Brad and Lane. We have them both here.
Hello. Luna farted. And that's just the cherry on top.
We got the dogs and the cat. You'll probably see the cat, of course. Happy Sunday. I hope everybody's having a good day.
Happy Sunday, everybody.
Hi, Tori. I'm going to be looking at comments on Brad's iPad. Hi. Guys, how exciting that we interviewed Tzarina.
Yeah.
Wasn't it so cool?
It still isn't. I still haven't fully accepted the reality that we talked to Zarena for like a couple hours.
Yeah.
Insane.
So just backstory, I mean, for you guys who are just getting here. So how this came about, which we kind of talked about it on our last episode. We had the season finale episode. We talked about Zarena's food. She messaged us, asked if we wanted to do something like this. And then, are you just watching us from there?
Yep.
Okay, I guess that works. It's so annoying. Why couldn't I do it from my computer?
Who knows?
But then we scheduled a phone call with her. Oh, there's Peanut. You'll see him multiple times going back there.
Yeah.
And we had chatted with her like a week before we actually did the actual interview for like an hour.
Yeah. So, yeah, like you said, she had contacted us and we scheduled a day and a time for the phone call just to, get to talk to each other. And she,
Hi, Peanut.
She, so we were just expecting this like 15-minute phone call. 15-minute phone call, just like, hey, how's it going, blah, blah, blah. We ended up talking to her for like an hour in the parking lot at Pickleball that day.
Yeah. And we, here, I'm going to try to edit this from here. I think I can do this. Hold on. Oh, here, babe, I got it. Subscribers, 20 minutes. Sorry, guys. We're doing, there we go. Okay. We're good now. So we were at Pickleball. Yeah, we had the conversation. It was as if she was using us as like, not her therapist, I would say, but like we were old friends.
Yeah.
And it was so funny and so cute and good because we're like, just chatting with her about life and she's wanting to like tell us all this like kind of juicy stuff.
Yeah, just like stuff that was going on in her life.
Yeah, and we were just like we must come off as some two like really trustworthy people because I wouldn't be telling strangers this stuff.
And maybe like I just have trust issues with
Right.
other people, but I'm like, I mean, this is great. Like she picked the right people, but
So we were wondering, we're like, how long could we have talked to her that day? Hours.
A couple hours, yeah.
Yeah.
I would have loved it.
We were in the pickleball parking lot. So, what questions do you have? Anybody have any questions, like, about what we talked about in the interview specifically? Again, like, we do want to start reaching out. Potentially, we are going to be, I haven't mentioned this yet, collabing with another Below Deck podcast.
Yeah.
I just talked with them, actually, like,
Did you?
earlier today.
Nice.
Maybe, like, mid-season, so that's not going to be super soon. But, like, hopefully maybe within the next month or two. I don't know how long seasons are. You think I would?
I don't know either.
Couple
months.
Yeah, couple months.
This one's
2-3 months.
3 episodes in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember the first season we did? It was double episodes.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's never been that since.
No.
Do you guys remember that too? It was Down Under season 2, I think, that they did the 2 back-to-back episodes every week, so we had to watch it for 2 hours.
Yeah, how did we get anything done?
I know, I was thinking that. Like, now, oh, there's Peanut again.
Because, like, the amount of, like, notes I take and, like, the amount of times I pause, how did I watch 2 hours?
I know.
And then we crammed it all into an hour.
I know.
It probably helped that we didn't know what we were doing.
Probably.
So we were just, like, talking for an hour. And
We were like, well, we said we were going to do this.
Yeah.
We said we were going to do this. We got to do this.
It was such a challenge from the universe. Like, well, you wanted a podcast.
Right,
Here's some content.
Right. Oh, that was rough. Hi, Erica. You made it.
Hello.
Oh my gosh. So no, like I said, ask any questions, any suggestions. We will, I mean, I know we've said this a bunch of times, but obviously since we interviewed Tzarina, we will start reaching out. I mean, I have a few ideas, on who to reach out to. And obviously you guys probably know it's harder to get interviews with people who are in a season right now.
Yeah.
Just because they have different things they can say, and I think they're under a little bit more restrictions when their season's currently on TV. So who knows, maybe we'll try reaching out to like our old favorites or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, I mean, I imagine they're just so busy with like huge interviews and stuff, like they don't have time for us.
Right.
But
you know what? Hey, we're fun.
do we hate them? Kind of. Not kidding.
Oh, the other thing I wanted to say was this was the first time we interviewed somebody. So when we interviewed her, we were both on Zoom. You guys never saw us on the Zoom, like looking at the camera because the quality was bad, right?
Yeah.
Which we did not account for. And then Zoom does this stupid thing where you see it and you see both, you guys have been in a Zoom call, you can see both people equally. That's like the way it looks on the computer. But then when we did the recording and then we watched it back, it did the speaker view, which you kind of said, which is like, I just said, it's whatever, we learned from it, we won't ever do that again. But it was just frustrating because it's like, okay, this is not the way I saw it, so why would I have assumed that's the way it recorded?
Right, yeah, because we were literally in what we wanted to see during the whole interview, and then the recording was something different. So
that was on us. I mean, thank God we had the extra. I mean, but you guys didn't see us looking at the camera, which is whatever. I mean, again, we learned from this. We'll do multiple different angles, I'm sure.
Yeah, and we'll improve the audio too.
Yeah.
Because this one there wasn't a good way to get the room audio and the Zoom audio without adding like 3 or 4 hours of work.
Yeah.
That I are on top of 4 hours I already put in.
Yeah, we'll make Lane's life easier in the future.
So it'll be better next time.
The other thing I think we are going to start this week with our episodes is multiple camera views.
Yeah.
We were just talking about it with Brad. We're going to figure that out where you'll see both of us, and then I think each of us will have a camera on us, so we'll be messing with different stuff. So this all inspired us. Yeah. Okay, let's look at what some people have to say. I know you didn't want to pry too much, but do you have any guesses about the other Below Deck people Zarena hooked up with? I would guess, I'm just going to go out on a limb and have it say it's not somebody she worked with.
Yeah.
because she talked a lot about, you know, how, like, when you're on that show, you end up reaching out to people, who, you know, hey, when, you know, Tzarina reaches out to the new people that are on this season or whatever, and they get to know each other. So that would be my guess, but that's just kind of out of the air. I mean, that's just a random guess.
I mean, I kind of like that guess because she was talking about how, like you said, the new members reach out to her because she's been on it twice now, and
yeah, or even older, like older crew members, like chefs that were on before her, or, you know, crew members that were on before her. So there's so many of them that's just what I'd be assuming. I mean, she didn't say anything about Joao. We should have asked about him.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I didn't even.
Lane doesn't like Joao.
No, I don't.
I don't mind him. What are your guys' guesses? Who do you think it is that she hooked up with? Hannah would be great. I agree. I feel like Hannah is, well, I mean, I would feel like Zarena was too big for us, so who knows?
Oh, yeah.
But I do love Hannah. I've always said I love Hannah, and I have a sneaking suspicion we will see her again on something.
On something.
But we don't know for sure. We're not Bravo insiders, guys. It's just joking.
Yeah. They will not answer my emails.
But Brad was the one that would be like, well, now you should try to get Aisha.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't want to like ask her like, hey, you want to mention something to Aisha?
Hey, while we have you.
Aisha she still left me on red on Insta, so.
So it's like a year and a half ago. We had like 140 subscribers.
You're never gonna hit a home run if you don't swing the bat.
Right?
It's very true.
Let's see. Did Zarena say anything about her relationship with Lara after the show? She kind of did. But that was one thing we really didn't want to ask her about, just because I feel like every single show or podcast she's been on, that's
just been harping on it.
Yeah, and we kind of just, I don't know, maybe this was just me. We kind of took the hint that like the reason she wasn't doing well after the season finale had something to do with that, so we just avoided it, you know.
Yeah. I think you put it perfectly where we took the hint and we just wanted to get to know her and have a fun interview. Yeah, and we wanted that for her too, because of her being like, hey, you guys really helped me by saying positive things. We were like, let's just keep this either fun and light or talk about like neurodivergency and ADHD, which is something she really wanted to talk about. And guys, this was run by her, right? We have literally no leeway. We have no clout whatsoever. If you have a script, we'll follow it. Tell me what to say.
Don't do anything. Let's see. Love the angle you took with the interview. Neurodivergence. Is there a question you wanted to ask but didn't? Ooh, that's a good one. I don't know that there was anything I didn't ask that I wanted to. I mean, we had a list of questions and we didn't get to all of them. I think if I had one thing I would have liked to talk more about is just like more random below deck questions. Yeah. I was kind of thinking I wish I would have asked her more questions about cooking. But my suspicion was like, my knowledge of cooking is so under hers that it would be like a rocket scientist talking to a second grader. Yeah. That's true. That would have been fun, and I feel like, I mean, who knows? Maybe in the future we do something else together and we talk more about cooking. Like, who knows, like, what's in her future? Maybe she's gonna have a cookbook. Like, truly, like, you know, and we could maybe talk to her about that in the future. But anyway, going back to, like, the ADHD neurodivergence, we actually really didn't have a plan for that. I knew what I wanted to ask about was her personal experience and what she'd want to tell someone else. Don't touch me. No, you go back. What she would want someone who is listening to know if you feel. I feel like there's a lot of people out there, and especially like the neurodivergence. I mean, I think ADHD has been a very hot topic because of TikTok. TikTok diagnoses, but especially neurodivergence, because that's not a diagnosis, and that's anyways, I don't know where I'm going with this, but I would have, if if we would have kept her longer, I would have just asked more about that. But we talked to her for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to take up any more of her time, even though I don't think she minded.
I don't think she did.
Yeah.
I mean, there was probably 20 minutes at the end
Yeah.
that I cut out because it was just like, I guess, back end stuff,
Yeah.
talking about like stuff that wasn't important. But yeah, I think she would have just kept talking to us.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you guys take anything away from that, she's very, very sweet. Like,
She is.
she's truly, like, I know we only talked to her twice. Ow, where you going?
Doing my thing. You do yours.
Oh, our producer's doing his thing. You can scoot over now.
Okay.
So what was I saying?
Zarena's
Oh.
a very sweet person.
She's literally like she is on the show. Like, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
she's who she is. So,
Even nicer in person, I would say.
yeah, for real. So somebody said it's Step Chihuahua, no doubt. I mean, if I had to give a guess, that would be it. But I'm not saying it is because she did not tell us. Just so you guys know, we are not
No.
saying it is him. But that would probably be my guess too.
Yeah.
Just because I don't know, just because of the way their relationship was, like in the show.
Yeah.
That was so. Okay, dang, that is one thing I wish I would have asked.
Yeah.
Dang.
The more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm like, damn.
Damn, that is the one question.
If I would have just said the name, it would have. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, somebody said she said one of the hookups was a woman, maybe the other Laura from Med. Who's the other Laura from Med?
She
Oh.
was on deck.
Oh yeah, I know
Yeah.
what that is. I totally forgot she said one was a woman.
She did, yeah.
And I don't even know if she said the woman was technically gay or straight or what they identified as. I didn't even think to ask more about it.
Yeah. Because she kept saying, like, man, I am letting a lot go on this.
Yeah,
episode."
for real.
And we were just like, okay.
Hi Cece, hi Shelly, hi Maya. Let's see what Sandy says. Zarina is very inspirational as someone who quit school at 13, 14 and how her mom pushed her to try new things until she found a passion. That's a really good point too. Like that was the other thing is like, I didn't want to be like, tell us your life story.
Yeah, but I was interested to hear it.
I know, yes. I wish maybe we would have asked more about that, but it would have just been such a long interview.
Yeah.
Like, truly.
I know.
But no, I did not know that about her either. I mean, there were multiple things she said that I didn't know about her.
And that was what was so cool is that was kind of what we wanted the interview to be, like, get to know her, and we got to know a lot, but we didn't get the whole story.
Yeah. Yeah, the other thing too, and we've said this to you guys over and over, is like we are not like I am not Andy Cohen. Like I I don't need like the drama reaction views. Ooh, I'm having one of those esophageal spasms. Do you ever have those?
No, I
So-
don't know what that is.
I'm so weird. Ow, ow, ow. So I have.
So we're gonna
these-
go to the hospital. Come on with us.
It's not a big deal. Ow, ow, ow. They're just the weirdest thing. I'm gonna go get some water. It's like I don't know if you guys have ever had these. If someone has ever had these, tell me, because no one I know ever does. Your esophagus spasms and it hurts really bad. It's like not a hiccup. It's like a twitch, but it's my esophagus. I think it's over. I don't think I need to get water.
My eye does that sometimes.
But Brad knows sometimes it's like so painful sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, like, and it doesn't last very long, but I always get so scared that it is gonna last long.
Is this
And then-
forever?
Yeah. Like when you get the hiccups and you're
Yeah.
like, this is forever, I'm gonna have the hiccups forever.
Yeah.
It's like a throat cramp.
Yeah, yeah. Even worse though, it's
If
very
you eat
weird.
one too many gummies, you're like, well, this is it.
Yep. Alex said, oh my god, I do. Okay, because I Googled it once too, and that's how I found out that it is those. And I don't know what causes it, and it does not happen regularly, but oh my god, it hurts so bad. Okay, sorry, enough about me. Sandy said, ew, hopefully not Joao.
Yeah, that's how I feel too.
She even said she was a bad liar. You could have coughed Joao. I would have if I would have thought about it.
Yeah.
I just didn't think about it.
That's true. That crazy thing to say on an interview is that you're a bad liar.
Right? True.
I didn't even think about that.
I'm also a bad liar. Brad knows. Brad's also a bad liar too. Yeah.
Yeah, well, Brad just doesn't lie.
Yeah, so when he tries, it's like, You can tell.
It's like, do you have to poop or are you lying?
No, like even trying to avoid hurting your feelings, like it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you how it is.
Yeah.
I've always thought you two definitely look like siblings. Now having you side by side, are you twins or not? Somebody asked me that yesterday.
Yeah, we got that a lot when we were younger. Not as much now, but yeah, we get it a lot.
Yeah, I'm 4 years older, but
I'm 4 years younger.
Is that how that works?
But it is so weird because you run the gamut, right? There's some people that are like, you guys are definitely related. Are you twins? And then some people think we're dating.
Yeah, I'll get like, oh yeah, I was talking to your wife. I'm like, who were you talking to?
Yeah, yes. But then every time somebody will say that, they'll be like, oh, well, you know, they always say you end up looking like the person you're dating.
Yeah, Tzarina said that.
Oh, okay, yeah, because
Yeah.
didn't she assume we were?
She did, yeah.
Yeah, we told her on our first phone call.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sup, party people. Hello. Did you
Hello.
make any SpongeBob references? Well, it's Lane's
I've never
shirt.
seen the show.
Any SpongeBob references to Zarena? I don't think so. We should have asked her if she likes SpongeBob.
Oh, we should have.
Dang it, guys. We needed these questions.
We should have done this before the interview.
Central Time rocks. It does. Yeah. It does actually. It's the good.
It does.
It's the perfect time.
It's almost like it's like in the middle.
It's almost like it's in the middle. I hate onions too. At first I was like, what? And then I'm like, oh wait, I say I hate onions like every other
All the
episode.
time, yeah.
Like, where did that come from? Oh wait, I say it all the time. So what else? I was trying to think of something else I wanted to say. Oh, I still have to upload the bingo cards and the crew rankings. That's why I have them right here from this week.
Oh, I was wondering why they were here.
I think only we got one bingo card or one bingo square, and it was Lane. Oh,
Hell yeah.
I did have a question for you guys. This is actually really good because I was debating on marking this one on Lane's. Guests naked in the hot tub. Have these guests been naked in the hot tub yet?
They've been naked in the boat.
In the boat? What boat?
Yeah, the one guy was running around naked.
On the actual yacht or like
On the yacht.
the tender?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking.
Tender's a whole different story. Wouldn't be surprised.
Have the guests been naked in the hot tub yet? Say yes or no, and then I'll know if Lane gets that bingo square. Yeah, and then do you guys have any other questions about like ADHD or neurodivergency? That could be something we talk about too. I have a little bit of background in that. They have in the trailer. See, that's what I thought too, Alex, but I didn't know if it was yet. It might be next week. You might just get it next week. Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah, not yet, but it's a given next episode. Okay, so we won't give it to him this week, but probably next week. Can you guys believe it's a 5-day charter? Someone commented, or maybe it was either a DM or a comment. Someone did the math, and they do think it's $500,000.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
$500,000 for a 5-day charter. That's insane to me, but maybe it's not that insane.
I mean, it makes sense, but it's insane to spend that amount of money on 5 days of anything.
It is again,
Yeah.
unless number one, it could be paid for.
Yeah, like who?
But like, what if they're like OnlyFans? What if they're
Oh,
like
yeah.
sponsored by OnlyFans or something? You know
I didn't
what I
even
mean?
think about that. Yeah.
I think that's how people. And then, I mean, I think rich people do it as somewhat of a tax write-off. If it's like they could
Like
list
a
it as
gift.
a company retreat or something
yeah.
like that. Normal people can't afford that,
Or it
obviously.
could be like some sort of marketing, maybe.
Yeah, they've had that before. Remember, there were, I think it was either Corn Stars or like OnlyFans or something like that, where they were taking pictures. Remember, and it was kind of like
yeah. Wasn't
yeah.
that like the first season of Below Deck or something?
No, it was somewhat more recent. It was one we covered, I think.
Okay.
Why does it take so long to get an ADHD diagnosis as an adult? Very good question. I won't spend too much time on this, but basically, oh no. Oh, I thought that it just shut down. My computer just
And
went to
we're like,
sleep.
yeah. It
I'm
scared
like,
me too.
ah! So the short answer is there's not a ton of, which there should be, not a ton of formal assessments that can be given by anybody but a psychologist. And psychologists are not typically covered under insurance, so it's expensive. Therapists can give the diagnosis, but they can't give meds. And psychiatrists can give meds, but they don't typically do the testing for the actual diagnosis. So it's very frustrating because you can go to a therapist and the therapist can be like, yep, I recommend you have an ADHD diagnosis, go see a doctor. And then you can go to a doctor and they say, well, especially if they're just primary care, they'll be like, well, we can't give that out because it's a controlled substance. And then they'll refer you to a psychologist, and then you have to spend maybe $500 on a formal assessment, say yes or no you have it. Then you have to go back to the psychiatrist. It's a long process, and the only like good answer I have for it is that the system just hasn't figured it out. Like, I think, in my opinion, therapists should be able to do those formal assessments and then just kind of hand them off to a medical doctor. But that's not the case. So you sometimes get the runaround, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, or go to the doctor in a college town.
Yeah, that too, truly. And they're the FDA or like I don't know if it's the FDA or some sort of the governing board for doctors. If you're not a psychiatrist, they can only prescribe so many controlled substances. So like if they have an amount of patients they're giving, let's say Adderall to, they can't go over that number. So any new patients come in, they can't give it to them. So it's just like everything else in this country, it doesn't run very smoothly. Would you guys consider recapping Top Chef? Have you ever watched Top Chef?
I think I went on a binge of Top Chef.
I've never watched it. What is it?
2019, 2020.
What's Top Chef?
Top Chef. It's the
Cooking show, definitely.
It's the cooking show where the chefs try and get on top of each other. It's a King of the Hill style. Now I'm questioning it. Is it the one where it's like they bring in like 20 and they knock
yeah,
two
I think
off
it's
every week or whatever?
it's a reality show.
Yeah.
What's Top Chef on? Is it Bravo?
It's Bravo.
Is it? Give us the description.
15 rising star chefs will compete for the highly sought after title across the diverse and vibrant culinary scenes and ingredients for Boston.
Okay. No, it's basically just like a reality show, like cooking competition. I've never watched it. I used to watch Chopped all the time.
Chopped, that's the one I'm thinking of.
Okay.
I love that one.
Okay, well.
Yeah. I was like, what's the one with the 3 and they give them like these random ingredients?
Chopped is actually pretty funny
It's
though.
really
They give them
great.
the most random stuff and they gotta do something
Yeah.
with it. The ice cream machine, always broken.
Yep, just
Always
like
broken.
McDonald's.
Yep.
Yeah, they're like, make a meatloaf, here's a gummy bear.
Yes,
How?
exactly. Anyways, maybe, is there enough drama in Top Chef to be recapped? You know?
True.
Because, like, let us know. I mean, I don't know that there'd be much to recap.
There's 22 seasons of Top Chef.
Maybe because I'm not uber rich, I'd never spend that much. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can even consider spending $500,000 on a yacht unless you're almost close to a billionaire or hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah, you have to be rich to the point where $500,000 is like $200 to the normal person.
Yes, exactly. I would have asked Tzarina how the tips get divided. Like, ooh, that's another good question, guys. Okay, we're gonna write these down for like the future. Agree. I would like to know how it's divided as well. I always have tried to do the math because they do give us like, you each get this amount of money, and then I was gonna see how many crew members that divides up to. I just never have.
Yeah.
So.
Do they make the first mate and the first officer live in the walls? I think so.
That's true. We never get to see where they
I want
live.
to know where they live.
Maybe. Let's see. One other Zarena thing. It was so interesting to hear her say that everything on luxury yachts is old and terrible quality, isn't it? So, yeah, she talked about the kitchens and how everything's like broken. I mean, think about it. Like, all these uber rich people, I'm sorry, they cut corners. That's how they have so much money.
Yeah.
Like, that's why Walmart employees make minimum wage when, you know, what's the family that owns Walmart?
Walton.
The Walton family, you know, owns 20 mega yachts, right? So that's my guess on it is like, yeah, that's the reason you're rich. You can't be a good person and be a billionaire. You just can't.
Yeah.
It's impossible. I hate how expensive mental health treatment is. It's almost counterproductive. It really is. I was just telling, I don't know one of you two, about a client I had the other day who I was really frustrated with, because I do intake for mental health, people seeking mental health, and this person was very severely depressed, and I recommended them to do partial hospitalization because I was just worried that they were gonna get worse. So they went to the partial hospitalization program and did another intake, basically what I had done, and then they told her she wasn't going to see a doctor that day, so she left. And that's our system, right? Why does the cat bother you? Well, he looks nice and innocent, guys, and he's right there.
I tried to pet him very softly, and
Yep.
he was like,
how do I put this? Is he the worst cat in the world? No, he's not the worst. He doesn't attack, us and bite us.
He's bit me.
He has bit.
I was kind of asking for it.
Yeah. He attacks Luna, our dog. Does she ask for it sometimes? Yes. She's not perfect. But he will just do things sometimes that you're like, what was the point of that?
Why?
Out of nowhere. He also what's another thing that's annoying?
This morning he knocked the trash can in the
bathroom
over
yeah.
just because.
Yeah, he'll just do things just to be an asshole. Like, he just chooses.
He wakes up and chooses violence.
Yeah. He's very needy too, and I will take the blame on that I am a person, I've always had cats that are super kind of chill and they do their own thing.
Yeah, we've been very lucky with cats.
So we just assumed that's how all cats are.
Yeah.
Not Peanut. He needs your attention 24.
The worst is probably the massage gun, the therapy gun.
Oh my god. Here's another thing. Yeah, those Theraguns you'd use on your muscles? Yeah. Oh, you just did that noise, and he's obsessed with it. So Brad can't even he's trying to Brad does his calves every night, and the cat is just in your face. I don't know. The more I talk about it, the more I sound like an asshole. So I'm gonna stop. The judges are very snarky. Oh, on Top Chef.
Oh yeah.
I love when siblings give their food observations. Captain Lee always said equal share, but I'm not sure if that's true for all the other captains. Yeah, and I guess we're talking about what is equal share? Do the engineers and stuff? Because here's the thing, maybe they make does the captain get a tip?
I don't think so.
I think he does though.
I don't know.
We should probably know that, but we don't. I couldn't imagine being trapped in a lift on a boat. I didn't even know that was a fear of mine until today. I know what you talked about, Laura getting stuck.
Yeah, when I watched the interview back, I was like, I wanted to talk more about that, because being stuck in an elevator sucks, right? You're worried you're gonna fall, that walls are closing in, all that. But if you're stuck inside of a boat on water,
oh my god,
that boat sinks. You can't swim.
That's true. I didn't even think about the extra layer of being scared. See, I thought about it, and I don't know. I guess it would depend how long I was stuck there, because my fear in getting stuck in an elevator is getting stuck and nobody knows.
Yeah.
But obviously they knew. So that would bring me a little bit of comfort of being I'm on a TV show. They know I'm stuck in here. They're going to be working to get me out. My biggest fear is I'm in a broke apartment building, and you get stuck in there and nobody knows, and there's no way to call for help, and you can't use your cell phone.
Yeah.
That's my biggest fear. Why is no one afraid of sharks on a yacht?
We've been saying it for years. There's sharks in those waters, and no one seems to care.
I think they just talk about probably how highly unlikely it is. Brad, speak to this.
Clear water.
Yeah, I mean, really, your danger to obviously being at the surface is the most dangerous part about being around sharks. But the truth is, as long as you're not chumming waters, baiting them, drawing them in, giving them a reason to be aggressive, they don't care about you.
Right.
It's, and not only
taste
that.
bad.
Well, we're not their primary food source. They don't care about us.
Yeah.
That tiger shark that ate that dude in the bay that time.
They were dumping food in it.
Yeah, that shark was used to being fed.
Yeah.
They were dumping garbage there.
Oh yeah.
There's a reason.
That
it's no
video
different
was so
than.
scary.
Yeah, it was.
So especially in the open water like that, being hit by a shark, usually when people get hit, it's because they're on like a boogie board or a belly board or a surfboard, because from below
True.
they look like their normal prey, whether it be a seal or whatever else.
Yeah, so there you go.
When you said being hit by a shark, I just imagined someone holding a shark. Like,
Physically hitting you with a shark. I have more on the tip distribution.
Okay.
So,
Hopefully you guys can hear Brad. I think they probably can.
yeah, I think they would have told us.
As far as tip distribution, primary charter guest typically hands the captain an envelope containing the tip for the entire crew. The captain splits the tip evenly among all crew members. This includes those who are less visible to the guests, such as engineers and those who work behind the scenes.
There we go.
So, and a lot of times, even though they show them giving them cash
They
on
don't.
the boat, that's not normally what happens. Usually the captain will take that'll get turned in, and they'll get that money like in a direct deposit.
Okay.
Like you would
Taxes.
normally get paid from taxes. It's probably, and it probably depends on where you're at. Different laws, like is that taxable income? Is it not? You know, stuff like that. So they
Yeah.
have to follow whatever regulations for wherever they're at.
Yeah, I get that. I
Interesting.
didn't think about that. Sandy said, in my experience, the long-haired cats I've had are more affectionate and followed me around more. Maybe Peanut needs a kitten.
Can we shave him?
Sandy, I thought.
You're saying we shave him?
if we shave him, he'll be better. No. That's good to know. I wish I would have known that prior to getting him. No, I sound like an asshole. He's really not that bad. And the reason I still have him is because I can't get rid of him. Like Brad's literally said this before.
Yeah, nobody will take him.
Yeah, first of all, nobody will take him. Second of all, I could never live with myself. No, I've thought about that too. So we have another cat. I don't really talk about him, Nomad. He's like an indoor-outdoor cat, so you guys will probably never see him because he's totally on his own usually.
Hence the name.
Hence the name Nomad. And Peanut, here's another thing. Attacks him. Not in like they fight and make each other like injure each other or anything. But Peanut will just, like, Nomad will just be minding his own business, laying on the ground or whatever. Peanut will come up behind him and like bite him in the head. And for no reason. And then they won't fight. Peanut will just sit there like, yeah, I did that. Like,
What up?
And then Nomad wants to leave because he's like, I'm annoyed with this thing. So I'm just worried that the kitten would feel the same way. No cat would want to be around him.
Well, and he's territorial too.
He is. That's the other thing too. So anyway.
It's terrestrial.
What state do you live in? Illinois. We've talked about this. Pretty close to Chicago. I'm also a new listener, and I'm listening to old podcasts. I'm not sure if you know now, but Bravo hires a rainbow where all of the filming crew are. Oh, I think I might have known that.
Yeah,
That would make sense.
Someone sent us like a long thing about that after I think it was the last season it was Sailing Yacht. They almost ran into another boat, and someone like kind of explained like, yeah, someone's watching the big boat at all times. That was all just for drama, basically.
Yeah. They also recording cast members film their talking heads during the charter. That adds to their stress. And yeah, we talked about that not too long ago. Like, do they wait till the end or do they do it during? And we always thought they did it at the end because they're always wearing the same thing.
Yeah.
But maybe they just do that on purpose. Or they're like, just make sure you wear the same thing.
I mean, yeah, if you have like
God,
hair and
it's
makeup, you can make them look pretty similar.
Yeah.
And it's usually just their uniforms.
Yeah, he is obsessed with me. That's the other thing too. He's not obsessed with Brad, so it's just me. It just falls on me. He only likes Brad when Brad has the massage gun. Peanut sounds like a case study for Jackson Galaxy. Is that the guy that does what's the show?
He's a cat behavioral specialist.
Yes. Maybe I should submit. See, I don't think Peanut's to that level though. I feel like they only take the ones that like are violent. I guess he can be violent, but it's only towards Luna.
Yeah.
Gotta go have some BBQ. Have a great afternoon. Bye, Erica. Yeah, we're gonna hop off soon too. Do orcas attack yachts? I don't think so. They've been
They do
attacking
for
small
fun.
boats.
Small boats, yeah.
They do. They attack small boats for fun, which, hey, we deserve it.
Pretty funny.
Pretty funny.
Pretty good joke.
All right, I think we'll probably wrap this up. Anything before we go?
No.
You just sit there for 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's usually what happens at the end of the episodes. You
Yeah.
ask me that, and I'm like, and then I cut that like 30 seconds out of us just being like, what?
Oh, thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
go buy some merch, guys. I think maybe soon we're gonna run some sort of sale. I've been thinking about that. Who would you want to interview next? Ideally, in my perfect world, Aisha or Hannah or Ben. Who else?
Any of the captains.
Any of the captains.
Any of the current captains.
I've thought about reaching out to Captain Carey. He's pretty good. Like whenever I see like different podcasts or YouTube channels, like he comments and stuff.
Does he really?
So maybe we could get Captain Carey, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Yeah. So check out our merch. That's through our YouTube shop. Really easy to find that. We'll be back next week with our normal ep. We will keep you guys updated with either new interviews or the collabs maybe we're going to do with other podcasts. And yeah, keep submitting your questions. These were really good, guys. So
Yeah.
we do have that doc. Sometimes it gets lost, but if you go to our posts, like our community page, there's a link for a Google Doc where you can submit questions whenever you want. And we will always answer them either here or in the episodes, usually at the end of the episodes. Ask Captain Jason how many kimonos he has.
Oh, that's
That
a
would be a
great
good question. I'm gonna have to go through these
He's
comments.
probably got a kimono guy.
He's got a hookup.
I wonder if he would tell me his information.
Ooh, nice chilling with you from the UK. Gonna get tea now. So awesome. I love that. Okay, guys, we love you. Thank you so much for being here. This was really fun.
Yeah.
All right, we will see you next week, I guess.
Yeah. We'll see you then.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye.